The movie begins at the Cuddledyne Corporation, a research and development firm specializing in innovative products designed to support parents and their children. Rodriguez, an adult monkey, arrives at the facility to participate in an experimental trial led by Dr. Godfrey Larrabee and his assistant Dimitri. They have invented a device called the Demystifier, which they believe has the potential to allow parents to understand and speak fluent baby language, bridging the communication gap between adults and infants. Rodriguez is placed inside the Demystifier and connected to a baby monkey to facilitate the experiment. However, the process quickly goes off course. When Rodriguez emerges, he is shockingly transformed, wearing a diaper and acting like an infant monkey rather than maintaining his adult state. This unexpected result leaves Dr. Larrabee exasperated, especially as he is under pressure to demonstrate the machine's success to his superiors. The narrative then shifts to a group of middle school children enjoying their time at a neighborhood playground. Among them are Samuel Benson, his older sister Carla, along with their friends Sue and Jasper. As they play on the slide, Samuel vents his frustration about how his parents frequently ground him for seemingly minor misbehaviors. Carla defends their parents, pointing out that Samuel was grounded because he smeared butter on the banister and then slid down it wearing only his underwear. Samuel, however, dismisses their rules as overly strict and calls their parenting bossy and arbitrary, complaining that his freedom is constantly restricted. Carla counters by suggesting that if Samuel had his way, the house would descend into chaos. Undeterred, Samuel claims life is unfair and boldly states that if he were a parent, he would allow his children to do anything they pleased without restrictions. Just then, Chaz Larrabee, son of Dr. Godfrey Larrabee, joins the group and shares his own feelings. While he loves his father, he wishes Dr. Larrabee had more time to spend playing with him. As the afternoon comes to an end, the children's parents arrive to pick them up. Chaz waits patiently with his teacher, growing increasingly disappointed as his father is late. Finally, Dr. Larrabee arrives, bearing Chaz's favorite caramel corn, which immediately lifts his son's spirits. Meanwhile, Samuel and Carla return home to find their paternal grandparents, Jack and Martha, waiting on the porch. The sight of their grandparents signals the start of an upcoming family vacation. Samuel's father, Robert, attempts to embrace his son, but Samuel insists that he is all grown up now and asks Robert not to embarrass him in front of others. As preparations for the trip to their grandparents' remote cabin begin, their mother Denise learns she must remain behind due to an urgent work emergency, and Robert decides to stay with her. Sam and Carla feel upset about their parents' absence, but their grandfather Jack reassures them with a promise that their upcoming vacation will be so enjoyable it will come out of their ears. Meanwhile, Godfrey takes his son Chaz back to his office, while Sam and Carla head toward their grandparents' secluded holiday cabin. During the drive, Sam vents his frustration to Carla, saying that if he were in charge, he would never let work interfere with a family vacation. Back at Cuddledyne, Godfrey introduces Chaz to Dimitri's son, Alexia, before heading to meet his increasingly impatient boss, Mr. Montgomery. To delay the inevitable demonstration, Godfrey and Dimitri present Mr. Montgomery with a series of failed or irrelevant prototypes, hoping to buy time. However, Montgomery grows frustrated and threatens to fire Godfrey if the Demystifier is not shown immediately. Forced to comply, Godfrey reluctantly reveals the still incomplete machine. Meanwhile, at the cabin, Martha notices a bright shooting star outside Sam and Carla's bedroom window and encourages them to make a wish. After their grandparents leave, Sam quietly wishes for a world where kids rule before settling down to sleep. Back at Cuddledyne, Godfrey asks Chaz to be the test subject for the machine, confident that demonstrating it on his own son will impress his boss. Chaz is hesitant, but initially agrees after his father assures him the experiment is safe. Moments later, however, Chaz's doubts resurface and he accuses his father of using him as a guinea pig for dangerous experiments. Frustrated and feeling betrayed, Chaz lashes out, damaging the machine. This triggers a catastrophic malfunction. The Demystifier begins releasing a dense white mist that rapidly spreads, engulfing the entire Cuddledyne facility and then radiating outward to cover the surrounding city. When the mist clears, Chaz reunites with Alexia and they immediately notice something is wrong. All the adults are behaving like children, while the kids are displaying adult-like behavior. Alarmed, Chaz accesses Godfrey's computer system to diagnose the problem. The system reveals that the Demystifier suffered a critical failure, causing the mist to leak uncontrollably. This mist has affected a 5-mile radius, causing a bizarre switch in personalities within families. Parents have taken on their children's characteristics, while children have assumed adult traits and responsibilities. Meanwhile, Sam and Carla, who were away at their grandparents' cabin and avoided exposure to the mist, return to the city. It quickly becomes apparent that everything has been turned upside down in their absence. In this topsy-turvy new world, all adults behave like young children, while the children have assumed the roles of society's most important figures. Kids are seen driving cars, running for mayor, extinguishing fires, and policing the streets. Sam's wish has seemingly come true, filling him with excitement and joy. He strolls around the transformed city with a broad grin, marveling at the upside-down reality. Meanwhile, Martha and Jack find themselves in trouble when a police officer apprehends them for driving a car as minors. In a bizarre twist, a child, now acting as a grown man, nearly runs them over. Sam and Carla follow their grandparents to the police station, where they encounter their schoolmate Jasper, who has taken on the role of his police officer father. Martha and Jack are brought before a stern judge who harshly reprimands them for operating a vehicle without a license, running a stop sign, and attempting to bribe the officer with Girl Scout cookies. The judge unexpectedly sentences them to 25 years in solitary confinement. Sam and Carla are powerless in the situation and are escorted home by Officer Jasper. Upon returning, the siblings discover their house in complete disarray. Just as they wonder who could have caused the mess, Rob and Denise suddenly emerge from behind the clutter, now acting like children themselves. Adding to the chaos, they call Carla and Sam their mom and dad. Seizing the opportunity, Sam orders Rob and Denise to clean the entire house. Carla calls him out for abusing his newfound authority, but Sam insists it's payback time, claiming their parents had it coming. Later, Sam and Carla ensure their parents bathe and brush their teeth before tucking them into bed. However, Sam's reign of power is short-lived. The following morning, Rob and Denise wake early and promptly force Sam and Carla to prepare breakfast for them. During this surreal family breakfast, there's a knock at the door. It's Sue, Carla's friend whose mother works alongside Denise. Sue has taken over her mother's job and arrives to pick up Carla, who needs to attend an urgent work presentation. Rushing against the clock, Sue helps Carla select an outfit from Denise's wardrobe. After searching through countless options, they finally settle on a sleek black dress. Before leaving, Carla reminds Sam of their responsibility to fix the chaotic situation, especially since Martha and Rob remain unjustly imprisoned. However, unbeknownst to her, their grandparents are actually enjoying their time behind bars. After breakfast, Sam somehow manages to drive Rob and Denise to school. Meanwhile, Chaz continues his research at Cuddledine, striving to complete some of his father's unfinished projects. When Godfrey persistently bothers him, Chaz decides to drive his father to school instead. At work, Carla's boss, Reynold, hands her an original print advertisement for a moisturizer and instructs her to produce 20 copies for the upcoming presentation. Carla, having never operated a photocopy machine before, struggles with the task of duplicating the advertisement. In her clumsy attempts, she accidentally photocopies her own face and arm. When the machine runs out of ink and paper, Carla mistakenly places the original copy into a shredder, confusing it for the copier. Just as Sue arrives and urges her to hurry, Carla grabs the imperfect photocopies, particularly one that resembles a baby's bottom, and rushes to the conference room with Sue. The clients admire Carla's dress and invite her to begin the presentation. Unfazed by the mishap, Carla confidently distributes the photocopies of her arm, joking that the image is a baby's bottom, and invents a catchy slogan for the moisturizer: "Smooth as a baby's bottom." To everyone's surprise, the clients love the fresh, creative concept and praise Carla's presentation. Meanwhile, Sam's initial excitement over being an adult fades quickly when he realizes there's no one around to play with. He soon understands that adulthood isn't as fun as he imagined and resolves to restore the world to its original order. At a local cafe, Sam watches the news and sees Chaz featured on a report. Chaz is taking his new role seriously, encouraging anyone struggling with their new adult-like bodies, such as reaching high shelves or fitting into clothes, to visit Cuddledine for assistance. He is also planning to expand the influence of the Demystifier's mist globally by implementing his father's concept of an overnight delivery system, dubbed Bird Express, to distribute the mist to major cities including London, New York, Tel Aviv, Paris, and New Delhi. Aware that not everyone will accept this new order easily, Chaz hires a team of ninjas as elite bodyguards to protect his plans. Sam discovers Chaz's ambitions when he overhears him on the phone during a visit to pick up Godfrey from school. Determined to stop him, Sam sneaks into the Cuddledine headquarters with Rob and Denise by posing as tourists. He even manages to get Rob and Denise admitted into the company's daycare while joining a guided tour of the facility. At the right moment, Sam separates from the group and searches for Chaz. He finds him preparing to send the Demystifier's mist around the world. Before Sam can act, security personnel spot him wandering off and begin to pursue him. Sam narrowly escapes with Rob and Denise. Back home, Sam informs Carla of Chaz's sinister plans. Together, they hire a baby to babysit Rob and Denise and head to the police station to seek help. There, they meet Jasper and share what they know about Chaz's intentions. Meanwhile, Chaz escalates his plans by kidnapping Rob and Denise directly from their home. Sam and Carla, accompanied by Officer Jasper, head to the Cuddledine headquarters determined to stop Chaz. Confidently, Sam confronts Chaz, declaring that his plans are finished, only to realize that Jasper is secretly working with Chaz. Chaz reveals his intention to use the Demystifier on Sam and Carla to turn them into adults as well. He locks them inside the machine and instructs Alexia to complete the demystification process on the Benson family while he prepares to release birds carrying the mist across the globe. Just as Sam and Carla are about to be transformed, Rob breaks free from captivity and rescues them. Though surrounded by guards, the siblings cleverly use Godfrey's boxing gloves to fight back and disable their attackers. In response, Chaz sends his ninjas after them, but Sam and Carla swiftly overcome the elite guards. Sam finally confronts Chaz, but Chaz freezes him using a remote control device created by Godfrey. Meanwhile, Carla accesses the Demystifier's control panel with her father's help and deliberately causes it to malfunction. She then frees Sam from the freeze. When Chaz attempts to freeze Sam again, Sam appeals to him emotionally, reminding him of the deep love between a father and son. Carla adds that parents play irreplaceable roles in their children's lives, tucking them in at night, preparing meals, teaching right from wrong, caring when they're ill, and offering unconditional love and guidance. Parents are teachers, guardians, and protectors. Sam reminds Chaz that growing up is a lifelong journey and there's no need to rush it. Moved by their words, Chaz realizes his mistake. He calls back the birds and reverses the mist's effects, restoring the world to its proper order. Grateful to be reunited with their parents, Sam and Carla vow never to take them for granted again. Sam even embraces his father without embarrassment. Godfrey apologizes to Chaz for his past neglect and promises to prioritize their relationship moving forward. The movie concludes with Sam and Carla embarking on a family vacation, while their grandparents remain under arrest.